Hello there guys, Demi the Joker and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a FIFA video. Hope you had a good Christmas and a good New Year. Apologise that I've been away for so long. I took some time off through Christmas and everything, spend it with the family and whatever. Obviously it doesn't matter too much, this is just a hobby for me. But EA today have announced that they're going to drop Team of the Year, and they're going to drop it on the 7th of January. So they've said that voting is starting now and they'll announce it on the 7th. So hopefully that means within the next week or so they might start to drop the big cards. Personally, I think it might be a bit too expensive for me on the road to glory, but I'm going to see what I can do, see if I can pull anything from there. But what I thought I'd do today is, obviously the voting has started now. So I'm no sort of game changer, whatever. I've got 30 odd subscribers. But I thought I'll put my vote out there, who I think's going to get it. It's a little bit controversial on a couple, but not many. Then put it out there for you guys to let me know who you would get. So before I start, if you drop a thumbs up, that would be great. Comment below who you think's going to get it, who you'd like to see get it, what you think about how they do the voting and things. Because for me, I'm not a big fan of the way they do it, to be fair. It's not a community vote. They say that it is, but it's not. It's what, 11 people or whatever that they pick, who they always bring to their events, and they bring to this and that. So for me, if they want it to be community based, and obviously it's a FIFA Team of the Year, it's not the actual Team of the Year, then you have to put a fan poll out there, a fan vote. Even if it's only a certain percentage. So what they've said is 60% is these 11 people that they're using, and 40% is EA themselves. So we have no idea where that comes from. It's just who they pull. The issue is that people vote for FIFA players rather than who they think has performed in real life, and a lot of people don't know everything about football. So if you're not going to use pundits, it's an issue. But with that being said, I thought I'd take a look at who I would vote for in Team of the Year. Let me know who you would vote for Team of the Year and what your predictions are for Team of the Year as well. So if I start with the goalkeepers, I personally would go for Courtois. Lloris is in with a shout, obviously World Cup winner as well. But for me, the team in front of Lloris was so good that he probably had a lot less to go by. So for me, I'd go for Courtois. Works really well for FIFA as well, so it'd sell the packs. You know, link into Varane and everybody like that. It's who I used a lot, and I personally love him on the game, so I think he'll be good for the first Team of the Year vote there. At right back is my first controversial one. I'm going to go for Kieran Trippier. In terms of FIFA, Walker's obviously the better option. But in terms of real life, what Trippier did at the World Cup for me was outstanding. So he gets my vote straight away then. Two centre-backs, unfortunately, fall into the FIFA vote as well. Rafa Varane, World Cup winner, outstanding this year. For me, he's picked Ramos. For me, he knocks Ramos out of the vote. So my vote for the first centre-back is him. My second vote, unfortunately, is for Van Dijk. I say unfortunately because I'm a Saints fan, Southampton fan. And the way he left wasn't on the best of terms. But the boy's done amazing. Since he's gone to Liverpool, him and Alisson have just changed them into a force to be reckoned with. So for me, Varane and Van Dijk, two Team of the Years. I'm a bit gutted that they might be it as well, because that's going to make a big difference to people's back lines in game. And then left back, I'm going to go for Hernandez, because for me, he was brilliant. Probably one of France's best players at the World Cup. So I'm going to go for him at left back. So my defence is Hernandez, Varane, Van Dijk and Kieran Trippier with Courtois in goal. Let me know what your back line would look like down below, as I said. So next Team of the Year voting is midfielders. So they've gone 4-3-3 this year, they've said. So it's 3 midfielders, 3 attackers, 4 defenders. So in terms of the midfield then, for me, I would go for first position Modric. If he's getting Ballon d'Or and being the Player of the Year, he's got to be in the Team of the Year. Obviously, ran the midfield at the World Cup. Yeah, so Modric is a dead cert. Next up is Kante for me. Out of the Frenchmen, wherever Kante goes, he seems to win. Obviously, when Leicester had him, they won the league. Chelsea had him, they won the league. I know City didn't have him last time, but whatever. France had him, and he won the World Cup, and he ran all over the place there. Kante is easy in mine. And the next one, I was debating between Pogba and De Bruyne. If you're going to go solely at the World Cup, then Pogba for me would pip him. But for me, I think De Bruyne has done enough, has done a bit more with City, obviously winning the league, Belgium getting to the semis, and then to the final. Belgium getting to the semi-finals of the World Cup, and De Bruyne playing well there. I think, for me, he pips Pogba then, just because of Pogba's poor performance at Man United until now. So for me, Modric, De Bruyne and Kante. And then my forward line is where I've made probably the most controversy. So I'd go Cristiano Ronaldo, which is an easy one. Do you know what? Personally, if I was actually doing it on full performance, I'd probably say Salah, Mbappe and Kane. But I don't know how you can't leave out Cristiano Ronaldo. So Cristiano Ronaldo for me would be the first one. Next up is Mbappe. Young Player of the Year, obviously. World Cup winner. Done amazing there. Carried on it with PSG. For me, he's got to be in it, surely. And then I would go for Harry Kane up top. Now, what that does mean is it leaves out Messi, but I don't see how you can leave Harry Kane out. Golden Boot winner at the World Cup. I think Salah just beat him to top scorer in the league last year, but he's been outstanding. Left foot, right foot headers, scoring all over, captain the World Cup. If this worked out nice though, if this worked out as it was the Team of the Year, then that'd be 2 English people in it. That'd be brilliant for me. So for me, Ronaldo, Kane, and Mbappe up top. That would be my Team of the Year. So Team of the Year voting's out now. Let me know in the comments below who you would vote for, who you think's going to get it. Drop a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're new. I've been Nimmy the Joker. Thanks very much for watching. Ta-da.